Salvium's origins can be traced to insights gained at Monrock in 2019, particularly from Pedro Moreno Sanchez's presentation on enabling payment channels in Monero. This sparked our interest in exploring the balance between privacy, scalability, and functionality in cryptocurrencies. Initially, we called the project Full Meaning Lightning in Esperanto, but as we delved deeper into conditional payments and asynchronous transactions, we realized we were creating something much more powerful. An approach that enabled smart contracts while maintaining privacy. That's when Salvium was born. What sets Salvium apart is our unique approach to integrating privacy with DeFi. Our Portal TX mechanism allows for more sophisticated transaction types than traditional privacy coins. We developed features like transactional imbalances and asynchronous transactions that enable complex DeFi operations within a privacy-preserving framework. In addition, without compromising privacy, we have built-in compliance features like refundable transactions and selected disclosure. This means that we can meet new micro rules for listing on centralized exchanges. The first thing to understand is that we haven't compromised any of Monero's native privacy features. We have enhanced them. The compliance features don't interfere with privacy. They provide optional features on top, so there is no compromise with privacy. To achieve compliance, we have added refundable transactions that allow exchanges to return funds without compromising the privacy of the original sender. We are also developing a view key mechanism using a dual key system that enables authorized entities to view transaction history and balances without the ability to spend funds or link transactions to external identities. But it's a holder who chooses who to authorize and which wallet to authorize. This approach allows us to operate in regulated environments while still providing robust privacy for most users and transactions. We see Salvium as a foundational layer for privacy-preserving DeFi applications. Our goal is to enable complex financial operations with built-in privacy features, something that's unique in the current DeFi landscape. As for the types of DeFi applications we envision, there's a wide range. We're excited about the potential for private AM indexes that could leverage our asynchronous transactions to enable swaps without revealing trade sizes or user identities. We also see great potential for privacy-preserving lending protocols using our transactional imbalances to manage collateralization and liquidations privately. Other possibilities include anonymous yield farming, private options and derivatives, confidential stablecoins, and even privacy-focused prediction markets. Salvium could support anonymous governance systems, enabling private voting for decentralized autonomous organization-like structures. The key advantage here is that all these applications would benefit from Salvium's native privacy features, compliance capabilities, and advanced transaction types. This allows for services that are challenging or impossible to implement on other platforms while maintaining strong privacy guarantees. Partnerships and integrations will be a core part of our growth strategy. Our current focus is to meet all the requirements for listing on centralized exchanges in the EU. The bulk of the development for this has been done, but the ability to view the wallet needs to be completed. This will unlock our first major CEX. We are constantly having discussions around the potential of DeFi, but the real conversations won't take shape until after the view wallet work is complete. Privacy is the feature that differentiates us in DeFi, and nobody should underestimate how seriously we take this. We are still building privacy features now and following developments in the Monero community very closely, but our biggest advantage is that we embrace three big concepts in crypto: privacy, compliance, and DeFi. We published a Venn diagram recently that explains our unique position in crypto. Coins that comply with crypto regulations will have far greater reach, so we believe compliant privacy will be dominant in the future. We are tipped to become one of the first compliant private DeFi projects. 0.6 is a relatively minor update. The next significant milestone is Salvium 1.0, as this will be when we meet the micro regulations. The return address is already live, but we will have exchange mode, which is where an enhanced view key option will give users options to share wallet details with exchanges. This will be included in Salvium 1.0, which will enable our first listing on a regulated CEX. This is a huge milestone as it will demonstrate the power of compliant privacy. Devs are working on the maths now. We plan to conduct another audit before writing the code and intend to launch it in the new year. 0.6 will be a hard fork that enables support for multiple outputs. It will make things easier for the pool operators. However, the main event will be 1.0 when full compliance becomes a reality, but we do expect wallets to be updated before then. This will enable multi-sig required by some bigger exchanges and hopefully a Mac OS and even an Android GUI. Private DeFi is our core focus, which in itself is incredibly broad. This alone could keep us busy for decades. That said, we are very aware of the applications for this kind of privacy technology outside of finance. We have discussed voting systems. Our anonymous yet verifiable transaction structure could be used to create secure private voting mechanisms. which I hope will form a core part of Salvium's governance going forward. Our encryption and identity protection features have potential applications in secure, private communication platforms. There are also applications in supply chain management, where a verifiable transaction system could be used for tracking goods while maintaining business confidentiality. Healthcare data management is likely to leverage blockchain technology to handle sensitive medical data. Gaming and digital collectibles too, where we could create platforms for tradable digital assets with privacy features. We've even considered how our cryptographic primitives could be used in privacy-preserving machine learning systems and confidential data management. That said, DeFi will be our focus. Expansion must align with our core competencies and not dilute our primary focus. But as privacy becomes increasingly important across various sectors, we believe Salvium's technology could find numerous applications beyond DeFi. And as a decentralized and open source project, we'd encourage anyone with an interest in any of these areas to take the initiative and run with it. The Wrapped SAL is an important initiative for expanding Salvium's ecosystem and improving interoperability. Essential WO will be an ORC20 token on Ethereum that represents native SAL at a 1:1 ratio. We want to develop a decentralized bridge to facilitate the wrapping and unwrapping process. Users will be able to lock native SAL and mint an equivalent amount of W or BW like to release native SAL. In terms of long-term benefits, there are several key advantages. First, WS can be traded on Ethereum dexes, which could potentially increase overall liquidity for SAL. It also means users can interact with SAL through familiar Ethereum wallets and interfaces, broadening our accessibility. Perhaps most excitingly, Wrapped SAL can be used in Ethereum's vast DeFi ecosystem, which significantly expands the use cases for SAL. This also lays the groundwork for future cross-chain applications and interoperability. Listing on Ethereum-based dexes could increase visibility for Salvium and attract new users to our ecosystem. We're really seeing this as a way to position Salvium as a bridge between privacy-focused and mainstream blockchain ecosystems. We are in discussions with Kayaba regarding the early adoption of certain aspects of the FSMP implementation into Salvium. In particular, the FSMP solution for Alphabet keys appears to be a perfect fit for Salvium's need to allow authorized viewing of a wallet's transaction history. The most likely scenario is that FSMP will have a phased adoption into Salvium, and there is a good chance this will happen ahead of its deployment within Monero. We've recently launched a desktop GUI wallet for Windows and Linux. It's built on a reskinned fork of the Monero GUI wallet with additional staking functionality. Users can gain 20% of the block reward in private with a few clicks in the wallet. This has given us a Windows and Linux wallet, and we expect Mac OS version soon, and hopefully an Android version too. Cake Wallet would be fantastic. We have reached out to the Cake Wallet team and are very willing to put in the development work to make this happen. Nothing has been confirmed yet. On the hardware wallet front, we haven't progressed this yet, but it's definitely on the wish list. Our goal is to ensure that Salvium users have a range of secure, user-friendly wallet options that cater to different needs and preferences. We recognize that expanding our wallet ecosystem is crucial for wider adoption and accessibility of Salvium. Serai is certainly on our wish list. Ultimately, it is down to Serai to decide what coins to include in their DEX, but we do believe that a regulatory compliant privacy coin has a place in a leading-edge privacy project like Serai. With a clear and straightforward plan, we aim to become the go-to private and compliant blockchain for Layer 2 decentralized applications, dApps. This can be achieved within 24 months. This will allow us to be listed on regulated exchanges, setting us apart from most other privacy coins. We aim to have a user-friendly experience that allows developers to use Salvium as a base coin in Layer 2 dApps. This introduces a crucial concept. Layer 2 tokens can inherit key properties from the Salvium-based layer coin. While the specific features will depend on the chosen implementation, developers will have the flexibility to incorporate compliant privacy into their dApps if desired. This effectively represents the emergence of a new class of tokens tailored for both privacy and regulatory compliance. Many privacy-focused projects will struggle with the new regulations. With Salvium's base coin, teams will be able to develop tokens and apps that offer both privacy benefits and meet the rules that allow a major CEX listing. This fills a significant gap in crypto. In parallel, we aim to assemble an exceptional team, a vibrant community, and strategic partners who will help us grow.